Hey everyone, welcome back to Zero to AI Builder on Learn with Acushla. Today we are going to continue on the app we've been building, Exquisite Edibles. In our last episode, we used the PRD document, that is the product requirement document for Exquisite Edibles app, and generated a task for it using the Taskmaster MCP. Broke the task down into subtasks where we would assign each of these tasks to the AI and say, okay, continue building this, continue building that. So let's proceed with that. So on our last episode, we did the first task. So today we are going to continue on those tasks and ensure that we push each changes to the GitHub repo, which can allow us to monitor the progress and track how far the AI is doing, and also move step by step with it. So it's okay, you can decide to say work on tasks 1 to 3, 1 to 4 and all that, but I like to follow along with the project building, so it helps me to understand what code the AI is building and inspect whatever prompt that needs to be inspected and all that. So the commit messages are also very clear, where you can go to your GitHub repo at each point, you know which task it worked on, allow you to peep through the code that was built during that process. This can really be helpful, allow you to familiarize with the project you're building and all that stuff. Okay, let's dive right in. My initial commit included the Exquisite PRD document and the info document. Here are a couple of images, which I was like a product screenshot. So the next commit was basically initialize Taskmaster project manager for Exquisite Edibles. So here we initialize task manager. This was written by the AI with comprehensive task management system, passed the PRD, generated 10 strategic tasks with 74 detailed subtasks. So we have like 74 details of configured WoW database, set up Postgres for production and SQLite for development. So this is where what was done under these tasks. And started the project with task 1.1. Let's see what it does. So it created a monorepo setup to complete the tasks. Types, script configuration, development tooling, shared package foundation, validation testing, and key features. Okay, that's good. Here we have task 1.1. This has been done. So task 2 include setting up front-end project with React and Vite. So let's proceed with task 1.2. So I could say begin working on task 1.2. So it's updating the task from pending to in progress. There's a lot of to-do lists for this task. So let's see, view all. So it's set up project structure, environment, build Node.js backend API with Postgres database, create a React frontend with GSAP animation, storybook, make directory. So I'm going to allow this. So it's creating packages, frontend, source test, make directory. So I'm going to allow this on the list so that it can always make directory without needing my permission. Okay. Components, pages, hooks, util, services, store, styles, assets. So it's creating the necessary directory. Now let me create tailwind configuration. Can resolve tailwind from the users. Create the main CSS file, global.css. So while it's building, you can always access, click this file and see the changes that is going on, as well as this. You can see the changes that has been done. Tailwind config. So these are Exquisite Edible brand colors that was specified. So it's using that. Yeah, that is cool. Layout, basic layout, header. Let me see. Let me open this and keep somewhere that I can always reference. Tax, access JSON. So front-end repo, create Vite project, template package front-end, backend project setup, shared package configuration and TypeScript setup. Okay. All right. So basically, these are the process we are going to be taking. Just going through the process of allowing the AI to do its thing, creating the folders, the structure, and everything. Command B, so you can see it's creating the front end structure, source file, generating each of the pages, the home, components, footer, header, homepage component. Let me create app.jss file, include create current file first. Now let me update proper routing structure. Let's just watch. I notice there's a duplicate export. Let me fix that. So we can see what's happening on the terminal. Okay. So there is errors and it's trying to fix the error. Now let me fix this. Okay. Excellent. Now my test build is successful. So the test is working now. Good. Perfect. Now let me run text and make sure everything is working. So we have one failed test. So now I can just help it quit the test so that it can continue. I need to fix the text by being more specific about which exquisite edible text. Fine. Okay. Render. Now there's another failure. Script text failed with error. I need to add banner row to the header. Let me update the header component. Oh, the tests are now passing. Excellent. So package front end. Now that is failing. Allow. Run. Kilobyte. Okay, now. Hold on. What was this thing that failed? Did you fix it? So it's committing the changes. Okay. I think it moved to this side. Okay. Okay, that is done and commit has been. Let's see. If I refresh this, you notice stacks 1.2 front end setup. If we open it, we can see what was done. React 18, project structure, styling and design, testing infrastructure, development experience, validation testing, key features. So what were the changes? So we have assets. I'm not sure what these are. JS files, index, HTML, front end setup, expect screen, banner, rendered. Okay. Footer, about us, granular, product, return, blah blah blah. Okay, makes sense. Packages, front end. All right, so we have some of them already. Let's see. Let me see. Packages, shared. We have content, source. Let's see package.json. Do I have package.json anywhere here? Okay, so I would just proceed with task 1.3 backend project setup, Node.js and Express. So I can say begin working on task 1.3. So perfect, I can see the terminal output. There's an issue with concurrently command not being found. Let me fix the issue and then begin working on this. So we have okay. Concurrently issue by installing at the root level. good. Let me install backend dependency. Install allow make directory. So we just let it do its thing. Create the route structure. Let me create the main route. So the rest of the process is quite easy. It's just getting a cup of coffee and sitting down and watching AI do its thing. Planning phase is mostly where the bulk of the work is, where you have to think critically on how to orchestrate the whole process, and also planning the tasks and dividing it into very minute subtasks, manageable subtasks that is specific on fixing a certain issue, creating front end and stuff. So you can decide to tell it, okay, work on, if you think say task 1.2, 1.3, 1.4 are small, you can say begin working on task 1.1, 1.2 and 1.3 at once, and it will just go with the flow. So I just like sitting and watching it do its thing and do the magic and run into errors and fix the error as well. So that's really a cool thing to look at. Yeah, let it do its thing. Just gonna chill here. So there's a lot of failure here, so it's just trying to fix it. I think I have to remind him of something. Remember to use nvm use 20.19.3. I don't know why he's setting it to done. Is this thing passing? npm run def. Okay. Oh, sweet. Sweet. Our front end is getting shipped. Oh, did you see that? Guys, did you see that? Things are happening here. Nice. Cart, sign up, login, contact. Okay, there's something I noticed that is not using the images. So let's tell it about the image thing. Copy relative path. Update pending front end tags to use images inside this copy relative path. I'm going to copy this relative path. You should be able to post. I want to paste it. So I'm going to, okay, inside images directory. Okay, directory. There is logo and product underscore image for a specific product. So update pending front-end tasks to use images inside the image directory. There's logo, I missed that, and product, blah, 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 image for specific product. Also, there is playwright MCP, which you can leverage to test on browser. Ensure to use Storybook to test all components, all testable components. Let's put it like that. Testable components. Wow, this is cool. This is cool. This is cool. Granola, Greek yogurt, parfait, fresh juices, health focused food brand committed to providing wholesome. And these are linked to our pages. Awesome, awesome. Can you see that? Which one is this? Instagram. Awesome. What's up? Ooh, I like it. I like it. Get started. So this would be a registration page not set yet. I'm sure. There is cart. View details. So our website, let's check the mobile version and see if it makes sense. Okay. Let's talk about it. Nice. Okay. Not bad. Not bad. Not bad at all. Beautiful. So there is the price, view all products. Okay. Okay. There is progress. Okay, so what did you do in my absence? So update pending front-end tags to use images inside. I'll help you update the pending front-end tags to include proper image handling for logos, product images. Let me first check the current tag structure. Also, there is a Playwright MCP, blah blah. I'll help you update the pending front to include proper image handling, leverage read for browser texting with Storybook. Let me first check the current tags. Okay, now let me check there's an image directory and see what images are. Perfect, I can see there's an image directory with logo, various product images. Now let me update the front-end tags to include proper image handling, Playwright testing with Storybook. Let me use CLI to update tags. Okay, tag 7.3. Okay, we've not gotten to 7.3 yet. And Taskmaster. Now let me update testing software to include Playwright browser and testing with Storybook. Okay, 7.7. This is getting interesting. I like it. Ooh. So what do you think of the website so far? It's great, isn't it? So with this now, you can step by step ask it to tweak things, to change things, to modify things. I've not really seen the animation yet. I guess that will come up later. We are just on tax 2 or 3, right? Yeah, stop this for now. So it's still updating the tags to include the changes I requested. So you see, as you build on, so if there are things you notice you can include, you can always ask it to update the tags, and the tags would be updated. Or if there's something missing, you can include it as well. Yeah. This gives you, for us developers, this gives us superpower, knowing how to use some of these tools and enhance our tasks or enhance our project. So you suddenly become a product manager or a senior dev to an AI agent who is writing the code. So you could direct. I could think of all the projects I've thought of and say, okay, I want to build this thing. So all I need to know is how it works, the underlying concepts, the flow and everything, the business logic and all. So I need to really know all those stuff and be able to spell it out clearly, and also not just building codes that will be maintainable and scalable. So you have to factor that into your design process. So that all goes into the building phases when it's generating the tags, or when the PRD document is being generated. So that allows you to do the thinking into those processes, which would really help you to have a visual concept of what you want to do. So AI scaffolding, the first part of the project, really helps a lot. So from there on, you can go into the project code and modify stuff. Yeah. So after that, it's going to commit the changes. And that is cool. So we see front-end tags successfully updated with image handling and Playwright MCP integration. Perfect. I've successfully updated depending front-end to include these updates. Tag 7.3, blah blah, 8.3 product detail image, 8.9 comprehensive testing, image asset available, logo. You see, it's able to pick up logo, Exquisite Edibles, banana bread, multivariants, classic chocolate, product classic, red velvet, granular, different sizes. Juice, garden green, all variants, yogurt, Greek yogurt, kids, all sizes, trail mix, standard variants, parfait, bulk and medium cups variant, testing strategy, Playwright MCP server for automated browser testing across multiple browsers, storybook integration, visual regression testing and interactive component testing, real data using actual product images, performance validation, lighthouse. Awesome git commit. So next steps, the front-end tags are now completely configured with comprehensive image handling using real product asset, Playwright MCP, storybook. The tags are ready for implementation when begin working on front-end components. The image handling requirements are now clearly defined, and testing strategy leverages the power Playwright MCP and comprehensive. Beautiful. So so if you sometimes you forget which tags to work on, you can just ask which tags should I work on next. So this is easy. You could just ask which tag. So he checks by right. We're supposed to, let me refresh this. We've updated some changes. So tax 2 is done. Tax 1 was done, right? Yeah. Environment configuration testing. We did front-end project setup, yeah. So we should be looking at tax 1.3 back-end project setup, yeah. So recommended tax is tax 1.4 shared package. Have we done 1.3? 1.3. When did we complete 1.3? Oh dear God. Oh, it's done. Back-end project setup with Node.js. Wait a minute. When did you do that? Back-end. Ah, really? Ah, okay. So this was done. So the tax 4 is what, for 1.4 is done. Okay. So begin working on tax 1.4 then. So he sets the progress to from status to in progress, from pending to in progress. And some of the to-dos it has to do is let's stay here. Set up project structure and build Node.js backend API with Postgres, create React frontend with JSAP. Is this all implement product images? Implement user authentication, admin dashboard. Oh. Okay, this is currently implementing tax 1.4 shared package configuration and TypeScript setup. Okay. Great, I can see the shared package already has a good foundation. Now let me enhance it with additional type validation schema using Zode and more comprehensive utility. Let me start by adding Zode validation schemas. I've never heard of Zode. What's that? Zode validation. So Zode is a TypeScript first schema validation with static types interface. Okay. Basic usage, import S as this, player Z object using Z string, passing data, TypeScript thing. Okay. Let's see what it does. So just gonna chill here and let it do its thing. This thing keeps forgetting to use npm. This is just probably my system stuff because I have a lot of projects that maybe uses an old node to run. So I keep that. So in terms of switching to the old node or switching to the new node, nvm allows me to switch between nodes in a project. So that's why I'm having the problem of not having the default one. The default one is set to, maybe I'll reset it to set the default node to 12. Always remember to use nvm use 20.19.3. You keep forgetting this. I don't know what to do with you. So it looks like this task is complete. So it's creating tests, basic tests to cover what has been done. So if you see the changes, constants, we've added certain constants that is shared across both shared index, schema files, utils, zode, and tests. We have 2 failed tests, so queue to quit so that it can continue. So let me fix the failing test. Okay, 73, 1 failed test now. Still 1 failed test. Okay, all the tests are now passing. So queue to quit. Yeah. Task status. So update the task status to done. And you should, the next thing, you should push the changes to GitHub. Brilliant, 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 brilliant. Perfect. Task 1.4. Okay, let's see our GitHub message. So this is our back. 7 commits. So this is the last commit. So it said implement comprehensive shared package with TypeScript and Zode validation. So these are the files. This was moved from this to this, and the changes, constants. We added some of this color, variant of color, index.ts, schema type, utils. So cool. So this is how far we would go today. On our next episode we will continue, but for now let me just see run npm run dev and see how far we've gone. So this is what we have so far. No much changes. So it was basically a back end changes and stuff. So yeah, this is it. Beautiful. We are making progress by the day. Thank you so much, and don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next episode. Bye for now.